Welcome to Remelations. We're your hosts.
I'm Mindy.
And I'm Brooke. Remelations is a dream interpretation podcast where we read listeners' dreams from nightmares to the just plain bizarre. Join us as we give you our comedic interpretation of your fucked up REM cycle.
This week we're reading dreams about sharks, sausage patties, and Jesus hotels.
I can't top that, but we're also talking about dancing bears, McDonald's drive-thru drama, and let's keep this one short and sweet. Mark Wahlberg.
We're also talking about dumb criminals who fell asleep in the act of the crime. All right, it's getting late. I'm excited, bestie. So let's get started.
Woo!
Well, here's something that's funny that you'll appreciate this. Your house, if I remember, had like central air growing up, right?
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest, but it was...
It worked. Yeah. But my house, when we slept in my house, there was no air.
Just upstairs, right? With a curtain
just in my parents' room, really. So anyways, today it got only up to like 78 here. And tonight it's supposed to be, it's not bad. It's been like a lot.
It's been like 100.
It's supposed to get down to like 67 tonight. And the kids are complaining all day long that I need to turn the air on. I'm like, you know what? I grew up in a house that didn't have air. You need to put your fan on and put it in your window because it's cooler outside than it is in the house.
That is such a mom answer. It's cooler outside.
I have become my parents. I have become my parents, Brooke.
Used to say that.
I know. And they're like, I'm melting. It's not 1980. It's 2022. I'm like, well, the bills are still like, I'm paying them. So if I'm saying the air's not going on, the damn air's not going on today.
Luckily, I live by myself, so I can crank that shit.
You can do whatever you want.
I lay freezing in the middle of the night. Happy.
Good.
Just so I can get under the blankies.
Oh, I get it. Cool. But I mean, if it's 60, I keep my air conditioning at like 74. So why am I going to turn on the air if it's going to be 67 out?
Outside. Open the window.
Open the windows. So they'll probably melt tonight, and I'll let you know next week.
Yeah, let us know.
I will let you know if they survive. I'm sure they will. Today is Catnap Day.
Woo!
Which means we also get one of my dreams. But I'm going to do something a little different today.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Instead of you were like bouncing up and down, you're excited.
I have no idea what's happening.
But I have big epic dreams, but I also have really small catnap dreams. So I'm just going to share a few of my catnaps.
Yeah, do it. If we share our listeners' catnaps, why can't you do a catnap?
I don't know, because I don't remember a big epic dream every night. A lot of them are just small and kind of weird.
How dare you not remember
I know,
every night.
Right? Every night. I do a lot, but not every night.
Are there pictures? I
no
love
pictures.
Your drawings. God damn it.
The pictures I only show that on the sleepover squad. So if you want to see my art, my dream journal art that is like stick figures, don't get too excited.
You should be excited. It's totally worth it. It really makes the dream come together. I'm not even lying.
It does help with some of the abstract things.
I understand how your brain was thinking.
No one understands how my brain thinks, but
I was lying.
I know. Should try it that way. Might as well.
We've never done this, so let's give it a whirl. Should you start with one? You start with one?
But I think what I'll do is I'll just intersperse mine between all of our listener dreams. How's that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Love
all
it.
right, I can start with one of mine.
Okay.
And sometimes I just write one sentence, and this is one of those. Brooke was with all of our kids at Claire's jewelry store. She bought them all Skittles. That's all I remember.
That's my favorite dream ever. When did Claire start selling Skittles?
Yeah, for those that don't know of the Claire's store, if you're one of our besties from another country, it's like a fashion jewelry store for mostly aimed at kids, right?
Yeah, like not expensive jewelry, like tweens and teens.
Yes.
Like, where you might get prom jewelry.
But you definitely would not get Skittles. Well,
there's no Skittles at Claire's, but I would
Skittles.
buy your kids Skittles.
I know you would. That's why I thought you'd like it.
That, again, one sentence. Don't need any more. Don't need any more.
Okay. Do you want to start with the next one?
Yeah. Okay. Artemis from Albany, which...
Oh, wow.
I just have to say I love the name Artemis. It just reminds me of a character on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
She's not a regular character, but she's interspersed. Is that right?
Sure. I think that's the word I used earlier.
Episodes throughout the entire series. And I just always thought, Artemis, that's a different name. So
okay.
I like it. And this dream's
I do
good.
Too. Okay.
I was at a party hosted by Kylie Minogue, but it was back in the 80s.
Well, I say that name I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah, not since early 2000s.
What happened
she
to
kind of
Kylie?
Came back? Like she was hot in the 80s and then kind of came back.
She was in the 80s? I just remembered her from
because
one song in the 2000s.
There's a mention of her big hit.
Okay, good, because I can't think of it. So please.
Okay. So it was back, but the dream was back in the 80s.
Okay.
However, I was my current age and I wasn't even born until 1991. Oh boy.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby. The party was great and everyone was having fun. All of a sudden, the doors burst open and dozens of bears ran in.
Oh, no.
I know. All different sizes and breeds.
Oh.
Sorry, I just am picturing.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I was terrified, but no one even batted an eye. They just kept dancing.
Oh, they're friendly bears.
Friendly bears, I guess. Then Kylie was lowered from the ceiling on one of those, this is how she describes it, one of those big rings that you can just like sit on.
Oh, I know.
Be lowered like concerts. About. Yeah. She started singing Locomotion. Do you remember now?
Oh.
Do the locomotion. She did like a remake of it in the 80s.
Okay.
So she started singing Locomotion and everyone started doing the Locomotion dance, including the bears. That's it.
Damn, that's like a good conga line.
I just pictured a conga line too, even though it's like they're doing the Locomotion dance. I just picture this huge room of bears and people dancing.
I didn't know there was a Locomotion dance. I just thought it was a conga line. Is there a dance or is it just a conga line?
You know what? I'd have to look that up on the internet, tell you the truth, because there probably is a Locomotion dance because that was like a big hit.
I would say if at a reception, when we're shooting a wedding reception, I love me a good conga line.
Oh,
if I could have one of those every wedding reception, because you know why? Because normally when people are dancing, they're all turned in towards each other.
Yeah.
And it's like, unless I get right in people's faces, which I don't like people that much, then I feel like I can't get that many of great photos. But conga lines,
from a photographer's standpoint.
Oh, I get everyone's face, and they all like lean towards me and give me the best faces and dancing. So conga lines, they need to make a comeback.
Okay, so as a photographer, you like conga lines. How about as a participant? Do you like a good conga?
I'll go for one.
It's easy. Just do it.
I'll tell you, the last time we did it a couple years ago at my sister's house for Thanksgiving. Just my family. We just broke into a conga line. Why? You have to know my family, and Brooke, you know my family. We're just a little bit.
I think that's spectacular.
And we just had a song. We just started a conga line.
Was it
we just
the Locomotion?
It was not.
Everybody's doing a brand dance now.
But what else? There was another song that Kylie Minogue was known for.
Like she did
in the 90s, 2000s,
like late 90s, early 2000s. She had a big hit. What the hell was it? Let me look it up because it's going to drive me crazy. She's pretty. I knew she was Australian. Can't get you out of my head.
That's the one.
That's it. That's the one I could think of. Yeah. Once I read it, I was like, that's the one.
That's the one. And
let me see, what year was that?
While you look that up, I'm going to say hashtag, what does Kylie Minogue dream?
Yeah. Come on. We need an Australian's dream.
That would be fantastic. This will be our first Australian celeb.
Celeb. Correct.
Come on, Kylie. Kylie, baby, let's go. We want to know.
Kylie, baby, we haven't heard from you in 2 decades. Let's hear your dream.
You got time. Write in. Let us know. I'm curious.
Can you hear it?
Your toilet's gurgling
again. My phantom
again.
toilet.
Yeah, your phantom toilet. I think it just likes to say hi on the podcast.
I think it does because honestly, I haven't heard it much but also I'm sitting right next to it.
Yeah, that's probably why.
So I probably
a
know
a little more.
Do you have another cat now? Do one of yours.
Okay. This is weird because
I love that you're cracking up already.
Because again, sometimes I just write down one sentence, and this one was actually when I was going through looking through my dream journal of catnaps, like right where there were just short ones.
Yeah,
this one was written down more than once, so this is interesting.
A reoccurring one sentence.
Reoccurring catnap.
Yes.
I dreamt I should wake up and write down the dream I just had, but then I dreamt I did. But didn't in real life. So, like, I dreamed, I woke up and wrote down my dream, but I never woke up and wrote down my dream.
But you did wake up and write down this.
But you're right, but not. But then I don't. But I didn't write down the dream, which is so weird.
That's.
But
good,
have that in
though.
my journal multiple times. I thought was interesting.
You know what? You dream so much you can't win them all.
You
can't remember them all.
I can't.
I love that it's in there more than once, though.
Yes, it does make it interesting. Okay, this next dream comes from Rob.
Okay.
Too much to write here, but basically, I found myself in a dream 10 years in the past, starting my current job like it was my first day. Oh. I was completely aware I had already worked here, but it was day one with all of my OG coworkers. I played the role as a newbie and basically worked almost a whole month, shift to shift, weekends just as normal. I swear my dream lasted an entire month time. My biggest fear...
He must be exhausted. Right? He's just working day and in his dreams.
It's awful. Don't dream of working.
Take a break.
My biggest fear was feeling stuck and not sure if I was actually dreaming.
Oh, boy.
So like being dream aware that you were working for a month on end. Oh, gosh, that's just awful.
That's stressful.
I felt I had to follow all my same mistakes and achievements in the last 10 years and not deviate from my past in my dream. I was just worried I wouldn't find my wife if I chose a different route again.
Oh my God, Rob! I was going to say, you should learn, Rob, but that is the sweetest reason not to learn.
Redreamt 10 years of his life in a dream, but didn't want anything to change because he was afraid he wouldn't meet his wife. I think that's the cutest.
Oh, that is so sweet.
But man, that's exhausting.
So should I share another one?
Sure.
Okay. This is Carl from Raleigh. I'm already laughing.
Is it Carl with a C or Carl with a K?
With a C. Thank you for asking.
Okay.
I appreciate those questions.
I know you do.
I was in the McDonald's drive-thru when the driver in the car in front of me was halfway out of his window screaming at the employee in the drive-up.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Those people are working. You don't have to be all rude.
Workers.
Settle down. You'll get your Big Mac.
Calm the fuck down.
You're not that hungry.
You're going to survive, just like your kids are going to survive without AC. This person's going to survive a minute before they get their Big Mac. Mm-hmm. I was thinking how you see videos about this kind of thing, but I couldn't believe I was actually seeing it happen. He was yelling that McDonald's suck and would never succeed. Wrong.
Was this like 1952?
They were wrong.
Yes.
He then proceeded to start throwing other fast food items at the employee. Burger King, Wendy's, Jack in the Box, and even Subway. Well,
my question is a Taco Bell? Because that would be messy.
There's no Taco Bell on here, but I'm sure there was Taco Bell.
That burrito would just go everywhere.
That would explode.
Explodes any way you think of Taco Bell.
Yep. In every single manner. The employee snapped. Rightfully so.
Yeah, sure.
Took a huge bite out of the sub and spit it in the customer's face.
Ooh.
And that's it.
Good for him. Good for them for not putting up with their shit.
No, Carl
was just witnessing it, right?
Witnessing this, but good for the employee for standing up for themselves.
No one deserves to be yelled at a job.
But I find it funny that they chose the sub. They chose the Subway to take a bite out of and spit. I don't know why that's funny to me, but it just is.
I mean, I could find like chicken nuggets pretty easy, just like a poof out of your mouth.
Like you could just chuck a chicken nugget, but I love that the employee took a bite. It was so personal. Spitting? Oh, that's so
and if
legit
this person,
in your face.
If this person already went to Subway and Burger King and Jack in the Box,
they have all
why
the food.
do you need your McDonald's?
I wonder if they went to Subway and was like, Subway sucks. They'll never succeed. And they did it at all these places and just
interesting
throwing food all over.
I think Carl's just hungry. Carl, wake up, have a little midnight snack, and go to bed.
Go to Carl's Jr. and get something good, Carl.
Have you ever been to Carl's Jr.?
I have. It's just like Hardee's, really.
Okay. It's like a different
Hardee's.
Coast. Where is it?
Carl's Jr. is the Midwest Hardee's. So everywhere else in the country, I think it's pretty much Carl's Jr. But in the Midwest, we call it.
We have Hardee's.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It's the same food. It's good. It's fine.
It's fast food.
I tell you what, though, I haven't had Jack in the Box in about 20 years, and reading this dream
Jack in the Box? I've never had it.
Because I used to live right by one in Tucson, and I'm like, oh my God, Jack in the Box. It was so
never
good.
Had it.
Especially as a college student, it just was like, whew, the right.
Now, if you could have, like, is there one fast food restaurant that is more like your go-to?
That's a good question. I always text my brother when I'm like out and about, and I'm like, what's new? Where should I go? And he'll say something like, I'm already past it. Tell me the second one. And he'll be like, Arby's has this new thing, or you should try this at Wendy's. So I kind of just go by what he tells me.
Okay.
You have a favorite?
Not really. This was a bad question then, wasn't it?
Bad question. No, not really.
No, I mean, they all, it's like you can only eat so much McDonald's, or, especially if you're like on a car trip and you're just going through somewhere quickly. But I will, here's the story. I had an engagement session in Madison a couple weeks ago. I don't know. I've lost all time.
Madison or Milwaukee or an end city.
Yeah. It was north of me. And what we don't have, what we have in Dubuque, Iowa, and around that area is Taco John's, which is not Taco Bell, it's Taco John's.
Yep.
Now, there's a difference. Taco John's have these amazing little tater tot crowns they call potato olays.
And they're a big hit.
And whatever seasoning they put on them is just
like
the
crack.
best.
It's like crack.
It's crack. And I remember when we were kids, you get like 6-pack and a pound. So you get like 6 tacos and a pound of potato, 6-pack and a pound.
It's very literal.
It's very
and
literal.
A pound.
And so, I mean, I didn't bring out a scale, but
there's no guessing in this advertisement.
No, but especially like late night drinking, it's always a good suggestion to just, I'm going to swing by and get a 6-pack and a pound. So I remember when Mark came to visit Dubuque, one of the first times we started dating, I had to take him to Taco John's. I'm like, it's Taco John's. There's these potato olays are the bomb, okay? And I don't get Taco John's that often because it's not by us in the Chicago area.
Yeah.
So driving up to Madison, I saw there was an exit. There was a couple exits for Taco John's. I was like, I'm gonna wait till like I get a little closer, and I'm gonna grab a taco and some potato olays. I pull up to the drive-thru.
Oh no.
And they're like, hi, would you like to try our, whatever. It's a pre-recorded thing, right? And I was like, no, thank you. He's like, I'm sorry, we are temporarily closed.
What?
Yes. I was so disappointed.
You should have taken an earlier exit.
I should have, but it was too late to turn around. And there was no other exits ahead of it. And so I went and got Jimmy John's. And it was not even close to the same as wanting a taco.
They have pretty good street tacos there. I think they're relatively new,
those.
But like you get a little street taco and they've got the lime, like wedge of lime. It's really good.
Why wouldn't you just if you're temporary closed for whatever it is, 10 minutes, I don't know what.
What is temporary? Like 5 days?
No, someone's in there. Someone's in there. Like, what are you doing?
What happened? Did the grill break?
You should just turn off your lights and turn off your drive-through microphone.
That's so disappointing. That's that's like the worst feeling when you finally are like, oh, I'm craving this, and then you get up there and it's like no one's answering. Nope. Especially now, like places aren't open as late as they used to be and stuff, and you're like, oh.
Well, I'm gonna put that as a question in our Facebook group. And hey, if you haven't been to our Facebook I said that completely backwards.
Bookface.
If you haven't been to our Bookface group yet, just search for Remelations Besties. You'll find us on Facebook or follow the link in the show notes. But I'm going to post that on there. Let's find out what everyone's favorite fast food restaurant is.
Yes, please.
I'm putting Taco John's on there. I found it. That's mine.
You can take Taco John's.
Just because I haven't had it in a while.
I know. Now I'm craving it. I'm like, damn. Is it still open?
They're open late, usually till like 11.
Still going?
Maybe. If all of a sudden I hear a knock on your door and you come in with a pack and a pound into your bathroom, I'd be like, Brooke, you're rude.
I'm like, delicious. I love it.
I might have to unfriend you.
2 pounds.
2 pounds. That's too many potato olays.
I don't think I could eat a pound.
I don't think I could eat a pound.
Let alone 2. And 6 tacos.
No. Okay, so here's the next one I have. One of my catnaps.
Oh, gosh.
Mark, my husband, and I were on a beach vacation.
Nice.
We had to get back to our rental condo, but we got lost. We decided to look at a mall directory, but then got lost in the mall. But then it just ends. I wrote, walked through a nice garden, though.
In the mall?
I don't know.
Oh
That's all I remember from that dream. Being lost.
These catnaps. We need to do this more often with your dreams because even these short ones are real doozies. I'm having a great time.
Good. All right. Okay, next dream. This one was you'll like this one, Brooke.
Oh,
I
God.
just know it. This one comes from Scarlett.
Okay.
Scarlett wrote, I was in the water by a building that was falling apart in the middle of the ocean at night.
Oh, boy.
I climbed the building, and a shark was trying to get me.
Oh.
I escape. And then the scene quickly went to me and someone else on a boat.
Oh, no.
They tried to get me into the water. And when I finally jumped in, I started panicking. My husband had to wake me up because I was having a literal panic attack.
In her sleep?
Yes.
That's horrible.
I mean, okay, first of all, you got a building in the ocean, which is not a good idea.
No.
Sharks.
Sharks. Well.
And then someone's telling you to jump in the water, and you do?
I wouldn't want to jump in
no.
the water right after I saw a shark in that water.
No.
I mean, depending on, of course, the species of shark too. Like, you know,
true.
I'm not gonna like be super thrilled if it's like a tiger shark or a great white, and I have to jump in with it. But
if the boat's on fire, what are you gonna do? You're gonna have to jump in the water.
You gotta swim with the fishes.
You're gonna have to take that choice. I think a shark death would be quicker than a burned to death.
God, that's a horrible choice.
What did pirates do? I don't know.
What do pirates do? That is a good question because it's like, yeah, you burning to death seems like one of the most horrific ways to go. But like, what if the shark like took off an arm? You know, like didn't give you a kill, and you're like bleeding out, or you know, comes back again. Oh, that's terrible.
Horrible. Well, this will lighten it up. Let me just read one. I'm gonna hop in with another one of mine.
Yes, please.
Okay, sometimes I just dream songs, and so there's 2 songs I had written down.
Like your own songs that you've made up?
Nope, just songs I dream about.
Okay.
First of all, there's Plain White Tees. Hate, I really don't like you.
Okay, very random.
Must have been angry that night. But then there was another night where I had written down Coolio, Gangster's Paradise.
Oh my God. Coolio.
Why would I dream that song so randomly?
Those are like
why do I dream songs?
Opposite artists.
True.
But I like both those songs. It's just very random.
Agree. Very, very different.
Gangster's Paradise. Oh my God. I miss Coolio's hair.
I do too.
That was a good late 90s hair.
That was a good look.
Yeah, it was.
I think I should try it.
We should both try it, I think. I don't have enough hair for that. You might.
No, hardly. All right. Do you got another catnap?
I do. And this is from Carrie from Iowa. Holla. Mark Wahlberg. Yes.
Oh my God. A lot of celebs in this dream.
I already like this dream because I am a Mark Wahlberg fan. Okay. Mark Wahlberg was in town on a tour for a movie, and somehow I was invited to be in the room at a press conference.
Lucky.
He was so charming and friendly. I was so giddy that I literally could not stop smiling. I feel like I could place myself in this dream right now. Mm-hmm. He was answering all of the questions. This cracks me up. He was answering all of the questions, and then he just stood up, pointed at me, started waving. He said, "Hi, Carrie. Good to see you again. How's Spencer?" Oh, I have no idea who Spencer is or why that would come up in a dream. But at least Mark Wahlberg was happy to see me.
That is funny. Like, I was thinking like it's her kid or someone or her boyfriend or... No clue. Who's Spencer?
I don't know who Spencer
Maybe
is.
It's a premonition that someday she's going to meet a special someone named Spencer. It's going to have a big role in her life. I feel it.
I feel it too. Let us know, Carrie, if you meet Spencer. Maybe Mark Wahlberg is, psychic.
Maybe Mark Wahlberg can officiate your wedding.
Can I do that even if I don't meet a Spencer? I just want to hire Mark Wahlberg to officiate.
You know, anyone can officiate a wedding these days.
You need like 24 hours, right, to get like a certified or whatever.
Just take an online test. All good. Like, really,
I'll marry you. That's fine.
That'd be fun.
Thanks, Mark.
I'm already married.
And thanks, Carrie. I'm very jealous that Mark
No
knows
shit.
you.
Well, I'm going to keep on this celebrity kick with this
my
one
God,
of mine.
This is a celebrity-packed episode.
So this is when I had another cat nap.
Okay.
And this is what I wrote. All I remember was Danny DeVito was in a car. It was a broken car, but the car was going into a tunnel. And then I woke up.
Danny DeVito in a broken car going into a tunnel.
That's it.
I have no
That's all.
idea what that could possibly mean, but I love it.
Who doesn't love Danny DeVito?
Was he driving or in the passenger
Yeah,
seat?
no, he was driving it. Yeah,
He was
just driving a broken car. I don't know how
at least
it
he got it
works.
to run. He is so hilarious to me.
All right, so let me go to. Okay, I'm going to totally switch the mood here
Ooh.
with a nightmare.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
This is from Nikki. I watched my sister burn alive in an oven.
What? That's just that
I told
one
you it was-
sentence would
I
be
told you
enough.
it was a quick flip
Oh
to
my
something
God.
awful.
Okay, keep going.
This man sat me on a chair. I couldn't move. And then he brought my sister in to the room. It was a huge kitchen room. There was a glass oven.
Oh my God.
He put her inside, and as she screamed for her life, I was stuck, unable to move. He closed the oven and cranked it and then disappeared as I watched and tried to move, but couldn't, as my sister with long brown hair cooked to death. Your face right now. Oh my God. If your jaw could drop any further than your belly button,
I didn't
it would.
even say anything. You know that's intense if I don't have a comment. Wow.
And then I woke up. She goes screaming and crying. I called her until she picked up. Many of my dreams are very detailed.
Wow.
And awful. Nikki.
That's horrible.
That
Oh
is
my
a
God.
awful,
Like,
awful,
getting
awful
like emotional
dream.
about it. We just talked about burning alive, but being put in an oven and
then having to
in front
wash
of
it and
your
not-
sister. Oh, and you can't do
Oh.
anything?
That is
Oh, that's horrifying. That's
the
one
worst.
of the worst
Okay,
ones
well-
we've heard.
Nikki, you get that award
You get like top 5 award, I would say.
for worstest
Most
nightmare.
disturbing or
Worstest ever.
worstest.
Well, on that note,
Oh no.
let's make it happy again.
Okay, good.
Okay, let's go back to one of my dreams. We'll finish up with 2 of mine. Okay.
Good.
Okay. These are both wackadoo, as you say.
Oh,
Okay.
I do love a wackadoo dream.
All right, here we go. Mark and I went to a hotel.
Nice.
For some reason, we weren't staying at this hotel, just more stopping by.
I get it.
When Mark decided he needed to shower. Right then and there, I guess.
Yep. When you know, you know.
He was like, I stink.
You.
Since we didn't have a room there, he decided it would be okay just to use a shower in an unused room where someone had already checked out.
That's nasty.
It's
It hasn't
nasty.
even been cleaned yet.
I know.
Dirty towels. Like, I'll reuse a towel, but I know it was just on my body.
No.
Oh, God. You're going to need another shower after your shower.
I don't want to go out with him that night after that.
I'd rather have him stink.
So while he was doing that, I waited in the lobby and I noticed a sign that said the hotel had just recently been renovated and repainted. It was a nice shade of bright coral.
Bright coral. I'm glad
Wait.
it was a nice shade of it, though.
Here's the best part. I also noticed a painting of Jesus. And then I woke up.
You know, the painting of Jesus really brings out the coral in the wall.
You know, the sandals, the
Sandals,
long
you know.
hair. It's kind of a beachy theme.
It's very beachy. I love it. I got the beachy feel, even with the dirty towels.
I didn't realize it was a Catholic or Christian hotel, but
Very obviously.
very,
I mean,
very interesting place for a Jewish man to take a shower.
Hey, but then there's a picture of a Jewish man on the wall too. So
Good point.
there you go.
What the fuck? It's like all that repressed Catholic school just comes back in weird ways, right?
We will never
it's in there.
Get over that. That is in us. And
it was a very specific picture of Jesus too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like one that was always like on the wall of one of the classrooms.
Where it's like hearts showing.
Oh, yeah. It's like a literal heart too.
Yes.
It's like a literal heart.
Yeah, a heart. Yeah.
I know that
That's
one.
the one. That's the one.
Oh.
Good times at the Jesus Hotel.
Thanks, Jesus Hotel, for the shower. Jesus Hotel.
I know he's all about washing feet, but Jesus Hotel? Totally. All right.
Oh my God.
Okay, I got one more. If you are up for it, I got one more to read. And this one is also interesting.
I like that you use the word interesting and the look on your face. It was almost like your face made air quotes around interesting.
Made air quotes. Interesting. Okay. I was in a kitchen and someone had made some sausage patties.
Of course. Sounds good.
I took 2. One for me.
No. What was the other one for?
Don't worry, it's not Jesus.
Jesus. Don't worry, it's not Jesus.
I mean, I would share. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, God, you're killing me. Okay.
Okay. One for me and one for the rando man standing next to me.
Of course there's a rando in your dream.
I needed to get a plate, so I reached high up into this high cabinet above the stove for a little Dixie cup / mini plate.
A mini plate?
But when I opened the cabinet, all the Tupperware fell out onto the stove and all the burners were going.
Oh,
so it started melting all the Tupperware on...
Oh, that stinks. I can smell it.
Literally stinks, yeah.
Yes.
And then there was a rando woman.
Oh, boy.
Rando woman said, rando man could not have a piece of sausage.
Oh, no. Was he Jewish?
And then I woke up.
Oh, my God. I love how there's 2 randos talking to each other.
Like, she was like, put it back. You're not allowed to have that sausage, Frank.
You can't have that sausage patty. Sodium's going to kill you.
So will the toxic fumes from the burning Tupperware.
The burning Tupperware. I feel like that's going to happen to me someday. Oh. I just feel like something's going to drop on a burner and melt.
You've never burned anything on your kitchen stove ever?
Oh, not yet. Knock on wood, but it's just a matter of time. Okay. I don't cook enough for that to be a clear and present danger.
Oh, right. Yeah, I understand now. I understand. I've left the burner on all night, like one of the saute burners. Like we have one in the back that's kind of small, just to
Jeez, did you freak out when you woke up?
Yes,
just thinking what could happen.
Oh yeah, totally.
Ooh, we've had enough fire dreams.
Enough fire for tonight. Enough.
Mindy, don't keep that burner on. You're scaring me.
There was not a sister in that oven.
Thank God.
Right.
Jeez.
Awful.
I'm still kind of shaken by that one.
As you should be. Nightmares.
But thank you, Nikki, for sharing. And Mindy, thank you for sharing catnaps. That was very exciting. And to all of our other dreams and dream stories you submitted, thank you so much. We always want to hear more, right? We always do. So you can share your dreams and your dream stories at remelations@gmail.com. And don't forget, we have a very special thing happening.
Oh, yes.
Mindy has a birthday coming up. I have a birthday coming up.
We have a very special birthday episode planned for you guys.
Birthday episode's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. But for every dream you submit and every time you share on social media, you get entered in a drawing for a free membership to our sleepover squad. Woo!
Oh, guys, come on.
And this is fantastic. Not just one, but since we both have birthdays coming up, we're giving away 2 free memberships. And don't forget, t-shirts.
Yeah.
T-shirts are involved. Special edition.
And extra dreams, extra behind the scenes. I mean,
you got to see Mindy's dream pictures. I mean, if that's the one thing you sign up for, totally worth it.
Totally true. It's true.
Yes.
Well, we are talking about catnaps tonight.
Yes.
Today. Random. I don't know. You could be listening to this morning.
Whenever.
We were talking about catnaps. And, sometimes you're just so tired, Brooke.
Really?
So
I've never been tired, ever.
Where you just fall asleep and you're completely unaware of your surroundings.
Oh my gosh.
You're so tired. So tired. So I'm going to read a couple of dumb criminals that fell asleep during their crimes.
Oh my God. This is so good. Very tired, I'm assuming.
I mean, you have to be or strung out or
I got to hear what these crimes are.
Okay, well, I've got a few here. Okay, I'm going to start with this one. And we'll put all the links in the show notes to these stories if you want to see them. This one was submitted on a website by a gentleman called Officer Jim. He says, he was talking about some like the weirdest dumb criminals he had, okay?
Okay.
So Officer Jim said, I had a lad who broke into a pharmacy and stole some drugs, sleeping tablets, which, when he saw me, he started taking, maybe to hide the evidence. Who knows how people's minds work? So there's a foot chase in which he gets slower and slower and slower. Finally, I just ended up walking behind him. The guy fell asleep while I was booking him.
Hey, those are some good sleeping tablets.
Right? How many do you take?
Can they share with us? I love
He's just like downing a whole bottle of Ambien.
I'm surprised he made it as far as he did.
I
don't know how far he made it, but even...
Could you imagine like a foot pursuit?
Even when he's like, I just started walking behind him.
He just gets slower. He's like, hey, bud. Do you want a pillow?
I want to be like, close your eyes.
Now put your hands behind your back.
Close your eyes. You're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent because you're sleeping.
You'll never remember any of this, but I gave you your rights.
I gave you your Miranda rights. I'm proving it.
Anyway, so that was a funny one.
That's a good one.
Okay. So then I've got one that I read from Sarasota County, and then I don't know, there's more than one Sarasota, but I know there's Sarasota, Florida, so I'll just pretend it's from there.
Lots of weird criminals.
Lots of good criminal dreams in Florida.
I feel like Florida has good crime stories, and Ohio, for some reason. I don't know why it is, but those two states
What's going on in Ohio?
Crazy criminal stories. Here's
what happened in Sarasota. So this guy, Davis, gets caught asleep on someone's bed in the house he broke into and had a big bag of jewelry beside him.
From some other house he went into.
So the police spokesman says he was passed out with a full bag of stolen jewelry next to him in the bed and didn't even notice when the deputies were taking pictures.
He was really tired.
So
He's like,
tired.
I just stole all this jewelry and now I got to take a nap.
I mean, it is exhausting. I
can't imagine how tiring it is
because you're probably doing it at night, right?
You're doing it at night when you normally would be sleeping, and then you're probably like stressed out because, it's hard to be a criminal and all that. So.
Stressful. It's so stressful.
It is so stressful.
But you had to take a nap. You had to take a cat nap.
Well, at least he got some rest. And arrested. Get it?
Oh, that was awful.
Zing.
Okay. Boo. If I only had one of those soundboards.
Yeah, like
wah, wah. All right. This next one. Okay. And I'm not sure how to say the name of this country. I think it's Lancashire. Lancashire is where it happened.
Oh.
Lancashire.
That's a country?
Lancashire. I don't know. But I'm going to tell you the story.
I don't know.
Okay. This person leaves their house in the morning to go to work or run errands.
Okay.
And left a very, untidy house. Unwashed dishes, clothes everywhere on the floor.
Is this my house?
Exactly. So comes back from the errands or work, wherever he was, and to find his house sparkly clean.
Is this my house? Because I wish this
I want that. Okay, well, here's the funny part. Only to find a burglar sleeping in the bed after getting exhausted from cleaning your house.
That's the best burglary I've ever heard of.
So when asking the burglar, why? Just one simple question. Why?
That's what I need to know.
Because they asked him, why didn't you leave after robbing the place? And the guy said, well, it was just too untidy, and I felt that no human should live in such conditions.
Wow.
That's a burglar with morals and like
it's
standards.
kind of insulting.
A little bit.
The burglar has to like rest because your house was so dirty and he had to clean it.
I'd rather, I don't know. I'd take the odds on that. I would let a burglar in my house if they're going to clean my house.
These stories are cracking me up.
I might not press charges.
Yeah, be like,
I'll let it
you
slide.
can come back next week and rob
Do you want to burgle my house again?
I'll leave the key under the mat. You can, quote, break in.
I'll leave a 10 spot on the counter.
Leave a note of any cleaning supplies I need to refill.
All right. This next one comes from Alabama, which there's always some good stories there. Mr. Williamson, 37, was found sleeping in the press box of a sports complex. What? Surrounded by piles of stolen chicken fingers, chips, candies, and meth, the cop said.
Those things don't work together. Meth addicts don't eat. Or sleep, for that matter. They don't eat or sleep.
Well, here we go. The outlaw, that's how they said in the article, had stolen from a concession stand in the sports complex he was found asleep in, just days after walking out of jail for another crime. Mm-hmm. Less than 2 hours after leaving jail, Mr. Williamson stole a car and hid it in Pleasant Grove.
He did not learn his lesson, did he?
He stole snacks from the athletic concession stand and then just caught some shut-eye with the stolen goods and drugs next to him when the cops found him in the morning.
At least he knows where to sleep, and he went in a box. You know, he didn't just sleep in one of the chairs.
Right. He's on the bleachers.
Was there a current game going on, or did he just break in and cook his own? I think he just
broke in. Yeah,
broke in
chicken
and
nuggets.
Cook his own chicken fingers.
He like turns on the fryer.
He's like, I'm just going to make whatever I want and take a nap. But he might not have even eaten it. He may have just made it.
Chips, meth, chicken fingers. He might have spent that wackadoodle out.
Wackadoodle out.
So this one comes from Texas.
Tejas.
Houston. Okay. So a homeowner, Mr. Conley, found a would-be criminal dozing mid-raid of his guest room in Houston, Texas, when he got up to drive to the airport at 4 a.m.
Oh my gosh. How long had the person been sleeping there?
Right? He's like, I gotta leave for my flight. Can you leave my house, please?
I gotta lock up.
The thief failed to wake up even when the homeowner switched on the light, only arousing himself. Not arousing
what?
himself.
Wow.
Only rousing himself.
This story just got sexy.
Hey, officer.
Hey-o.
I like your uniform.
It's one of those rip-off uniforms.
Yes. I'll burgle a house.
Send me that police officer.
I think I've seen this movie.
I've seen this before.
I've seen this. All right. Only rousing himself when the arresting officers drug him out of bed.
Too many sleeping tablets.
Right. Mr. Conley, the homeowner, said he found that a bag was missing along with a string of his possessions, including a MacBook Pro, an iPad, a guitar, and even his dog's ashes.
Oh my God.
Rude.
That is the rudest thing I've ever heard. Who steals someone's ashes? Pet or human? That's so personal.
No.
What are you going to do with that? That's just mean. It's not like you can sell it.
Mean.
That's just mean.
Dozens of his possessions were all on the porch, including a half-drunk bottle of liquor. So he noticed that there was a breeze coming in from like the downstairs basement. So he thought maybe someone had left like a door open, and he noticed these things missing. To his surprise, he found the burglar curled up in the sheets. The sleeping man, 22-year-old Mr. Provozek. All people innocent until proven guilty. I think I should say something like that, right? Okay.
You gotta say that. This guy is so...
I didn't steal him. I just left him on the porch, man.
I was just
I'm tired, you know?
It was hard work moving that stuff to the
I didn't
porch.
want to take the dog.
I'm kind of drunk, too, so I gotta sleep it off before I run away.
It's terrifying, though.
Dog.
Terrifying.
I had to move it.
But here's the best part. The burglar said he had been framed. And the homeowner's like, dude, you're wearing my jacket.
And you just said, basically.
Anyways, but before, he was able to take a few pictures, which are on the internet if you look for it. Okay, I have 2 more because it's going so fun.
You always say I have 2 more.
I know, and then I look and like, wait a minute.
I have 2 more.
I didn't realize there was 6 pages. Okay.
6 pages?
I don't know, but this is big font. I'm old. Okay.
I know. I have to use at least 14 now.
Speaking of drive-thrus.
Oh, no.
A Rockford man fell asleep in a drive-thru with a loaded gun. Faces prison time.
This sounds very Rockford, no offense. I mean, offense. We are not
I'm not sure if it's
Rockford,
Illinois, or Rockford elsewhere, because I'm sure there's more than one.
I'm sure there's more than one,
saying.
but in my head, I'm thinking Rockford, Illinois, and this tracks.
This gentleman fell asleep in the McDonald's drive-thru lane while in possession of a loaded gun. He could face life in prison after he was found guilty by a jury of illegal possession of a firearm. Mr. Dixon was arrested on May 31st, sleeping in the driver's seat of a car at the 11th Street McDonald's with his loaded 9mm handgun.
Well, when you go to McDonald's, you gotta have a gun.
Well, I mean, if you don't, you gotta throw all your fast food at the worker.
Make sure you get a variety.
She might spit in your face. She might.
Be careful. The employees spit.
This is really the last one. Okay.
Oh, really?
It is. I swear to God. Number 7. Okay, I numbered them, but I didn't know how many I had to start. Okay. All right. Canadian police arrest a man for sleeping while his self-driving Tesla sped down the highway.
Wow. He's like, my car drives itself. I can just take a little sleep.
I was up late last night, man. Alberta police have formally charged a 20-year-old man who was caught sleeping behind the wheel of his Tesla while the electric vehicle was speeding on autopilot.
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
Authorities were alerted to the scene on the afternoon of July 9th when a caller noted that both front seats were fully reclined and there was no visible driver. Could you imagine?
So he just fall asleep. He intentionally reclined his seat to have a little nap while his car.
That's really trusting. That is really trusting. I'm sorry.
I would never be that trusting. I've never even driven an automatic car. Just certain automatic features, and those freak me out.
Right, when it pulls your car back into the lane if you drift.
Yes,
or it beeps at you.
Or it slows down on it. I can't.
I get it. Good. I mean, but it's weird. Stuff.
I'm just not.
I had to turn it off. I rented a car. I don't remember where I was. I rented a car, and it was as soon as I even did something a little bit into another lane,
it's it was just screaming at you.
I'm like, okay, I'm fine.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
I was just jamming to some Kylie Minogue, man.
Everybody's doing.
The witness who witnessed this issue and called in the cops said nobody was looking out the windshield to see where the car was going.
Big problem.
The the arresting police officer said, policing over 23 years and the majority of that in traffic law, I'm speechless. I've never seen anything like this before. But then again, the technology wasn't there. So I guess his car, his Tesla Model S, fancy pants.
How did they get him to pull over if he was asleep?
Wait a minute.
Okay.
I guess it was on an auto steer feature and a traffic aware cruise control. And he reclined his seat and fell asleep.
Wow. That makes me so scared of technology.
Yeah. And of course, when the police officer tried to pull up the car, they were really concerned because they didn't know it wasn't a person that was aware of pulling over, and it's a car that doesn't know awareness. So I guess when they activated their emergency lights, the Tesla began accelerating, eventually hitting a speed of 93 miles per hour.
Wait, is it programmed to flee from the police?
I thought that when I read the article too. I'm like, wait a minute.
That doesn't
Elon. What the hell are you trying to pull here?
What are you trying to do with your Teslas here?
Is that an upgrade? Do I have to pay more for the sunroof and the police chase features?
I'll pay a little more for that if I can sleep and get away from the cops.
The officers eventually caught up with the vehicle and issued the sleeping driver a 24-hour license suspension for fatigue before an investigation resulted in charges of dangerous driving. So he got his license revoked for 24 hours until they could finish the investigation. And then
boo-hoo.
Yeah.
Take it away for longer.
Right?
This person does not need to be not operating a vehicle.
Not operating?
Not
no.
operating.
I know we're all tired. Don't drive when you're sleepy, though. People
do what Mindy does. Pull over into a parking lot. Take a little nap before you drive. It's the smart.
Just
and
lay
safe
down in
way
the
to
back
do
of your
things.
minivan and put up some blankets that the kids have in the back seat, and just
you already are fine with sleeping in the car.
It's fine.
Just pull over when you sleep in the car. That's all I ask. That's all I ask.
And don't do meth and steal dog ashes. The end.
Oh God. Yeah. The end. Period.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, anyway, so that's all I have for dumb criminals. Dumb, I don't know. The segment's called Dumb Sleeping Criminals.
Yay, it's a new segment. It reminds me kind of Kevin Smith. He's a director.
Okay.
He plays, you would know him because he plays Silent Bob, like Jay and Silent Bob. And he's
familiar.
One of my favorite directors, but he also has a podcast and it's called Smodcast. But he's a huge pothead. So he's always super high. So it's always super funny. But they do this segment called Scan BC, which is like police scan for British Columbia. And it's funny because, these are like Canadian crimes. And I know there's really horrible things that happen everywhere. Mm-hmm. But Canada's known to be like a very friendly place. So these Scan BCs that they read are always really funny. Like the criminal tried to break into a guy's house. He up a ladder. Okay. He got stuck on the roof because the homeowner saw him, kicked the ladder out, and the criminal called the police on the homeowner because he couldn't get away.
You think the homeowner would call the police as soon as they knocked
he's
the
just friendly. He's like, I kicked
funny.
the ladder out. That's all I got to do.
Yeah, good luck. You won't come back to this
They're
house.
all like that. They're
hilarious.
All funny like
Sounds
that.
like a good show. What's the name of it again?
One. Smodcast.
Smodcast. We'll put a link in the show notes.
Yes.
Anyhow, so last week we talked about how we were very close to hitting a big goal for the podcast, which was 5,000 downloads.
Did we do it?
And I'm happy to report, as of the time of recording, we're up to 5,012.
Yay!
So thank you to all you besties out there.
Much. I thought you were going to say 4,999.
Oh, that would be rude. That would be rude. I wouldn't do that to you.
You gave me 12 over 5,000.
But I was going to text you earlier today, but I'm like, I just can't do it. I got to share it with you tonight. Live on the show.
Oh, gosh. That made my night. I mean, so many things tonight made my night. Oh, I mean, starting from me buying Skittles at Claire's, it started off with a bang and it's still going.
Ending with a bang. Good.
Ending with a bang, too. Ooh, what kind of wine are you drinking?
Oh, I don't know. Whatever shit Mark picked up. He's usually pretty good about picking a good one. Like, he knows which ones I kind of like. I didn't really pay attention. I just poured.
I'm actually drinking 2% milk, which I'm not used to.
Different.
I know that sounds really boring.
Sounds really Iowan.
That's my exciting story. I'm drinking 2% milk. So I'm used to drinking skim, so it's a bit different. But I love milk.
I do. I used to. I don't drink as much as I used to.
You used to love it.
I know. I didn't drink pop when I was in high school or anything. So that's
my
favorite drink. Now I drink wine.
That's my favorite drink too.
I like it from the udder of the grape.
It's my favorite udder.
The grape udder.
Tasty.
I know, especially this time of year. I'm like,
I know, but you've got so much going on.
I know, but it's all right.
But then you get your busy season done, and
July was the shit because it was like Saturday's our 9th weekend in a row. So
that's rough. That's rough. Not gonna lie.
It's too many weddings. If I have to hear Butterfly Kisses one more time.
Oh no, that's still a thing?
It is.
They haven't come up with a new father-daughter song since Butterfly Kisses?
Oh, let's see. I Hope You Dance. Leanne Womack. I Hope You Dance.
Is it all
It's another
country
country
music?
That's another country song. Or the moms lately liked Forever Young.
That's
or
weird.
Be Humble and Be Kind, I think is another country song. There's maybe a handful we hear. It's one of these 5 usually.
You're great.
Yes.
It's like in 1998 when Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith came out with Armageddon.
Oh, it was everyone's wedding song?
And I swore that would be my wedding song.
Is it still true?
So no.
But it could kind of, now that's not being used, it's kind of a unique song again.
Have a comeback, but it's I feel like it should be something for both of us.
True. Just tell them that's your song, damn it.
Like, this is going to be it. I'm sorry. It's either
I decided
this,
when I was 18.
that's going to be it. Take it or leave it.
How was your week, by the way?
Yep.
Good, good.
It was okay. Yeah.
No, you ended up not going camping, but did you?
Oh, that's right. Because of the weather. And then Chad's friend came into town, which I'm not that upset about.
Oh, because you didn't have to go camping, which you were not looking forward to.
Yeah.
I see.
But I know it's only a matter of time. But
he's going to drag you out there eventually.
He's going to get me out there. But
and I'm going to make him take pictures.
They're not going to be good. They'll probably just be like me, like this.
An angry face?
Just angry and like wanting to go home.
Yeah, get it.
What about you? I know you had something special planned, but it didn't go the way you thought.
Same thing with weather. We had the Buffett concert, the Jimmy Buffett concert in Alpine Valley up in Wisconsin. So we donned our pink flamingo costumes and outfits and
you looked
got
fabulous.
to the hotel. Thank you. We looked fabulous. We got to the hotel. We went over to the venue. We parked our car. We set up our tents. We start eating and tailgating. About 2 hours in, they canceled the show. So it was a sad
really
day.
Bad weather? Was it hot? Was it raining?
It was hot. It was the threat of severe weather. So it's an outdoor music venue, and so they had to take the precautions. It was like chance of severe storms and tornadoes. So they're like, we'd rather not have to pay a bunch of liability insurance out to these people who might die.
I guess that's fair.
But yeah, I get it.
So are you going to go when it's rescheduled?
Yeah. And so they right away came out with a rescheduled date, which was August 20th. And all my sisters look at me and they're like, do you have a wedding that day? Because it's another Saturday. And I'm looking at my calendar. I'm like, no, I don't. So I can go. And
what are the odds of you in the summer not having a wedding? And this
I have one the next weekend. Yeah,
birthday kind of thing for you.
Exactly.
Too.
It'll be 4 days before my birthday, so I go get to re-tailgate and re-celebrate.
22 this year.
Times 2? No, not quite times 2.
Plus 20.
Plus 20. I don't even know how old I am anymore. It doesn't really matter.
Just ask me. I'm a week younger than you. I'll let you know.
Thank you.
When I start forgetting, we're both in trouble.
We're both in trouble. So, yeah, our party got postponed, but we did go back to the hotel. We did tip the DJ at our hotel bar some cash to turn it into karaoke, and we sang all night.
See, it didn't turn out so badly after all.
Cash talks. All you have to do is just set them up and be like, can we turn this DJ party into a karaoke party?
It may have not been the day you expected, but it turned into a great day nonetheless.
Do you know that Delavan, Wisconsin, is like the circus capital of the world? Because that's where P.T. Barnum was born.
Nuh-uh.
And when we pulled up that day, it was the 25th anniversary of
so it was a
fun days. And we got our picture taken with giant elephants and with a giant giraffe out because they have these big statues. As opposed to a small giraffe and a small elephant? Yeah. Just giant statues. So we figured, what the hell? Let's take our picture.
Oh, they were statues?
Yeah, they're statues. Yeah.
Oh, I was so excited. I'm like, you saw a giraffe?
No. Like, just a statue of a giraffe.
I've never seen a giraffe. That would be awesome.
It would be cool.
I would be sad, though, if it were like at an event like this. That's kind of animal cruelty.
Yeah, it would be bad. But here's the funny thing. Going back to that earlier, I'm going to pull it all the way around. Hold on.
Okay. We're wrapping it all up.
We're wrapping it all up. So do you remember the dream where Kylie Minogue came down on that little rings from the ceiling? Okay.
Yes.
So they had one of those rings set up in the middle of the main street. And we're walking by and we're all wearing these like matching pink flamingo costumes. And someone looks at us and they're like, are you performing? And we're like, not today. Not yet.
Like, we could be for the right price. Give us some more shots. We might be performing.
But we did walk by. We did see like a really cool acrobatic,
like an aerial show.
Yeah, on it. So
that's awesome.
The weekend was not lost.
It sounds like you were like walking down the Vegas Strip.
Yeah, practically.
Random Wisconsin
just in Delavan, Wisconsin.
That's good timing, though. Yeah, you still had fun.
It worked out. Still had fun.
Good. Thank you so much, everyone who submitted a cat nap or a dream story.
Awesome.
Yes, it was such a fun. We got some wackadoos and some doozies. That means it's a good episode.
Yes, thank you to everyone who has submitted this week. We love you all. And if you love this podcast, And if you haven't done it yet, we kind of cut you some slack here, but now's the time. We need you to tell your bestie about the show.
Yes.
Tell them about it because we want to hear. Are you curious what your best friend dreams?
Well, I'm not. I know, but most people don't.
Let's
people
find
aren't
out.
as lucky to have a best friend as great as mine is.
Aw, I love you.
Smooches.
But let's go ahead and tell your bestie about the show. Tell your favorite criminal who fell asleep doing the job. Tell your favorite conga line friends who are bears. And don't forget to tell Coolio about the podcast.
He's Coolio, get it? His name is his personality. It says it all.
Because if you share with one person, that person shares with another person, and that's how we continue to grow. So we appreciate each and every one of you besties. Yes. And just do this one favor and tell someone about us. We would love you forever.
Forever and ever.
All right. I think that wraps up another episode, Brooke.
So good. Had such a fun time.
We can't wait to be back with you again next week, bestie. But until then,
sweet dreams, bitches.